What up? What up? It's your boy Will Smith back with Legacy AD. Just want to tell you about one of our characters, another one of our characters besides Deacon. You know how sometimes in a series or a TV show, you have some real dramatic issues, or even a movie. It can be so deep and heavy. Sometimes you need that little bit of comic relief. And so we have that in Legacy AD. And the character's name I want to tell you about, his name is Squeak. I'm like, Squeak? Yeah, his name is Squeak. And he's a funny guy, younger guy. He's actually, Squeak's character is in the cartoon he's a new believer. So he just got saved. Hasn't been walking a long time with the Lord. He's kind of learning as he goes and figuring things out. But so what we have is sometimes in some churches, every now and then, people can fall by the wayside when they give their life to Christ, right? There's no, okay, what do I do now? They're sometimes kind of left to kind of figure it out on their own. And that shouldn't be the case. Discipleship should be the next thing. And so that's what Deacon is in the life of Squeak. He is Squeak's mentor. He is essentially discipling him and helping him learn along the way to grow closer to God and Jesus Christ. And so a lot of times Squeak will bring up something in the cartoon, like, yo, and his voice, the reason he's called Squeak is because his voice sounds like this. He's like, hey, what's up, Dick? How you doing, man? You know what I'm saying? And Dick is like, hey, what's up? So he provides that comic relief. And so I love the character of Squeak. He's a young guy, kind of a hood guy, keeps his ear to the streets because he's kind of informant, keeps Deacon in the know of what's going on in the criminal activity that's going on. I don't want to give it all away, but basically that's who Squeak is. And it represents, as I was saying, sometimes some believers fall by the wayside when they come to the faith in the church, and there's no one there to mentor them or disciple them. They're kind of left on their own to figure things out. And we can sometimes look at new believers and kind of hold them to a standard of how they should be and where they should be spiritually as far as maturing, when what it represents, right? You've been born again. So let's say when a woman has a baby, because essentially that's what new believers are. They're babies in the faith. And so when a baby is born, a baby doesn't come out walking. A baby doesn't even come out crawling. First, they kind of learn to turn over and, hold their head up, and then they get to scooting. Some babies scoot across the floor with one leg, and they find their way to get around, but no baby comes out of the womb walking. They learn to crawl, and they learn to take a step or two. And as they continue to grow and mature, and as the mother feeds them and nourishes them, whether it be breast milk or, you have to get the process up because the mom can't breastfeed for some reason, but the child is nourished, provided with what they need to grow. It's the same thing spiritually with newborn, regenerated believers. They are babies in the faith, and they have to drink milk, so to speak. They have to learn the basics of the faith. And so I think that's very important for us to do a better job as believers, as discipling people who come to the faith and choose Jesus Christ and believe in Him. Okay, how can we help them along the way? How can we help them grow? What program or class can we provide to help them to grow in their walk through studying of the Word and also through prayer? And so all those things come into play. You see, we need each other. And so that's what I love about the character of Squeak and the relationship that he has with Deacon, and Deacon playing that mentor role in his life and discipling him and helping him to grow spiritually. So I pray that we would do that as believers and sharpen one another. The word says iron sharpens iron. So whether you are a part of a church home or not, and find a small group if you can, or someone to study with, or a church home where you can they have Bible studies and kind of get somehow get to that point where you're building relationships with other believers. And so the onus is on both the younger believer and those who have walked with God for a while and are seasoned vets, so to speak, you know. But that's what I love about the character of Squeak. You know what I'm saying? Because I got to growl, you know what I'm saying? But but that's what I just want to share that with y'all, man. That's one of the characters that we have, and so we're going to have fun with it. There's going to be some comic relief in the animated cartoon series and also with our upcoming digital comic book. So thank you guys for watching, and continue to check out our updates on our YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We love you guys and have a wonderful rest of the day.